Hey, welcome to GiveMeApps here at Mall, the #1 independent app store. Today we're checking out Family Driving Safety OtoZen. This is by Sensovium Incorporated. Guys, this app will help protect your family. Imagine if you have teens or loved ones who are new drivers or just drivers in general. You want to make sure that they are safe on the road and making the right decisions. This free app, you may try it out for free, is a safe driving assistant. It says here on the listing for teens and pros. So whether you're a beginner driver or a seasoned driver, this is for you. There are two main modes here. There's a lot to unpack in this app. It's going to keep you safe on the road. It's going to allow you, if you have a teen or a loved one, if they're on the road, it'll track their driving for you and give them a driving score. That's the crux of the app. It'll let you know if they're speeding, if they are trying to text, if they're attempting to text, if they pick up the device. It'll let you know when they left their destination, when they get to their destination, and any points in between. They're going to set that up on their side of the app. They're going to use a map to pinpoint their locations. You, as the driver, can also get a driver score. So there are two main modes, viewer and driver. Again, like we said, there's a lot to unpack. We even went out and tried this app on the road. So you're going to see that here in this video. Let's get around and show you the the interface. You can see this is one of our drives here, and we received a driver score. More on that later. Let's get to the main event here. If you look at the bottom of the screen here, we're going to bring this into view. You can see that there are several icons on the bottom. You have My Drives, Safety, Family Plan, and Settings. Just so you know that when you first use the app, you need to sign up using your phone number. All right, fear not, because that's going to allow you to receive notifications and add contacts to the app. Again, contacts. That's how you're going to use this. Again, we said viewer and driver. In order to view others, you need to add contacts to your list. So you can see here on the My Drives icon, you can see some of the drives that we've engaged in. You can set it up by the day. You see here it says all days. There's some more options here, or select the day. Every time you drive, there is a report, and that's what you're looking at here. You can look at just the drive scores. You can see here, we did a drive about a week ago, and our score was 67, which is not great. There is a scale of 0 to 100. And if you look here, you can see our top speed, how long the screen was on, big one, calls, and night. You can see phone usage was 4, and we had 3 speeding. We call those indicators here. All right, so that's another great thing about the app. If the person that is driving is going over the speed limit, they're going to receive a warning. All right, you also have the reports icon here. And we just tapped on that. You can also check out your reports by the day. Now check it out here at the bottom. You have export drives data. That's a big deal. Let's say you have a teen who just started driving and you wanted to let them know how they were doing on the road. Guys, let's backtrack for a second. This is like being in the car with your loved one. All right, and again, we're talking about from both perspectives here. You have your data, which is you driving, and of course them driving, viewer slash data. You have over here parking, and it's going to pick up where we are right now. Okay, that's the location. All right, let's get back and show you what's going on here. We'll look at some of our reports. If we tap on the drive in question, you can see that we went from this point to that point. You can see right there on the screen, and the map is moving. And this is a previous drive. It's showing us where we went. We have 525 North McQuestion Parkway, Mount Vernon, which is in New York, down to the Bronx. And just so you know, our driver scores are not great, not because we're not good drivers here. It's because we wanted to test the app out and see what would happen. Now, what would impact your score? Again, if you pick up your phone, if you speed, and again, if you have a teen or a loved one, you want to say, hey, you should not be doing this. Well, that's why you have the driver score. You can see here in this instance, no screen time, no calls were tried, no calls were made, and no nighttime stuff. 60 miles an hour was the top speed, which is above the speed limit here in New York. So just keep that in mind. Now, we want you to know that for testing out this app, we did this in an Uber, okay? So this is really a treatise on the Uber drivers' habits, not ours. We did this so we can actually have the phone out and test to see whether or not it would give us demerits. We're using that term, or demotions in the score, if you may. Decreases in the score if we did things we weren't supposed to do. All right, now take a look here. Family, that's the big one here. Now we have a couple of contacts. You can see Connie, we have William, Jenna, and Johanna. Now these are people that we added. We made up names for the review, but just know that when it's time to add a contact, tap on that icon there. It's going to say from contacts, or you can enter manually. Now, if we use or chose contacts, it would show the contacts on our device. We can enter it manually. It's as simple as that. You put the name, you put the number, and boom, they're going to receive a notification to download the app if they've not done it already. And once that's done, you are ready to go. You can check out their drives. Now, we're going to look at Gotti over here because that was the subject of most of our overview. And just like we spoke about before, you can see the map. You can see some locations there. This is a previous drive. You can see where it says it reached Gotti's home, 9:43. Left San Felipe Road at 9:33. You can see the driver score for that drive. You see the speeding, phone usage, and the top speed was 51 miles an hour. Okay? And so you have that information there. Now, what's really cool is you have some multiple views. Take a look here. All right? You can see all of the different locations here. You have home. You can see where they were. And look at all that, okay? These are actually... Now, what's cool is you have different types of views here, and this is what you would expect in a map app. Take a look at that. You can either choose the auto, street, or satellite view, which we liked a lot just because you can kind of see where they are. Again, it's almost like you're in the vehicle with them. All right, we're going to get out of here and take a look at some other things. So that was Gotti's drive, and you can see that we have several drives here. And just like before, you have the information about that specific drive. You see it says reached there at that time, left Gotti's home, and there's the other driver score with a top speed of 55 miles an hour. So we're going to get out of that. And take a look here. You have the live view. All right, and of course, once they're ready to go driving, you can turn on, they have to turn on their location, or you can ask where they are. So they're going to get notifications showing that you want to know where they are, and that's how you can, just lock in. Let's say your teen said, hey, I want to go to the ice cream shop or the mall at like 5:50. Well, then you can turn on the location and see where they are now, so you can track their drives. Once they start driving, the app fires up and lets you know and shows you, puts it in live view. We're going to show you that using footage from before, so you know how this works. And of course, you have the notify me section here. Take a look. We have my home, my work, my school, my activity. That's for us. But we also have Gotti's home and work. You would enter all of the stuff in. You can also mute, drive, and end notifications. Start and end notifications if you want to do that, if you don't want to receive the information. And again, what's really cool is once the person leaves, you're going to get notified. When they arrive, you're going to get notified. And you can communicate with them using the app. That's another standout feature here. We're kind of going all over the place, but there's so much in this app. So let's say the person is driving, and you'll see this in a couple of moments, and they're going over the speed limit. You can send them a message. Now, the objective is, or the idea is, they're not going to be using their phone. And what makes this app great is they're going to receive those messages with voice texts. Audio, on their end, they're going to hear it. Now, you can also hook this app up to go through your vehicle speakers using Bluetooth. So they can receive those messages while they're driving in their car. Or you can even send your own voice texts using that feature, and they'll hear your own voice, which is quite nice. All right? So, guys, once again, we are in the middle of doing an overview of family driving safety OtoZen. There's a lot more to unpack. We're 8 minutes into this. We showed you around the interface. Now we're going to show you this in practice. Now keep in mind, you're going to get a driver score when you drive, and they will get one when they drive. And if they're the ones who are driving, you can communicate with them using the voice text feature. There are a couple of default messages, and then, of course, you can set your own messages. There's a lot to unpack. Guys, you also got a tutorial video. Let's point that out. And we're going to dig in and show you how this works. Let's do it. All right, to kick this off correctly, we are going to start off in viewer mode to view our driver. We're going to divide this video into several sections. Afterwards, we're going to be checking out driver mode. Now, right now, we have our friend Carrie taking a drive right now. If we go to the live view, you can see that the car is moving along the freeway or heading towards the freeway. It says here Bayshore Freeway, and Kylie's going at 44 miles an hour. And so we have the ETA. Take a look there. Once again, we can set those up, which we did earlier. We're going to leave them as is, but if we go with home, for example, we can set that again. All right, take a look there. It says driving on Hellier Avenue near Dove Hill Road, San Jose. Now, if you look there, we have the ETA now. We didn't do that before, but you can see right there it says estimated time of arrival 7:07 p.m., which is in 9 minutes, and that is 4.2 miles from the activity. Rather, yeah, we're going to Cadi's home. You see that right there. So we have the nearby notify, and take a look there. We have the 36 miles an hour, and I'm assuming that's because that might be 25. So we are heading in not the greatest direction with respect to driver scores. So we're at 32, 33. There we are. Or rather, there are things that are happening en route to the destination. So we're down to 24 miles an hour, and we're now heading on to a side road, it looks like, by the Ranch Golf Club. Now, mind you, we didn't set up the ETA before. We did it now, so we know what's going on. We have clear information as to when Gotti will reach home. Now, if we go back to the notifications, we have to notify me. We're going to set this up. We're going to get out of that. That's just to rate the app. When is Gotti going to get home? So we already set it up to nearby 3 minutes, right? So we're going to get that notification when Gotti is near the house. So we can cancel it. We can save it. We're going to leave it as is. We have distance. We have time. Remember, time is factoring in all of the extras like traffic and other things that may prevent Gotti from getting there. Or us getting a more accurate reading if we just use distance, because distance can mean anything. So we're going to go back to live, and we can see where Gotti is en route, and we're up to 36 miles an hour. Guys, this is live. You're getting all the information. Remember, the idea is this is all about driver safety. Is Gotti using her phone when she's not supposed to be using her phone? And if she is, she's going to get that buzz, she's going to get that vibration to let her know, no, put that phone down. If this was your child, if this was a loved one, you want to ensure their safety, and so that is a nice feature to have to prevent them from accessing the device. Remember, this app runs in the background, so you can put your phone down no matter how many apps you have running. This is true to the core, super accurate, and it's going to run. So if we need to send a message out, we can just send it, and of course it'll be playing through the speakers of the phone, the device, or the vehicle if the device is hooked up through Bluetooth. Now, we're going to type here. Remember, we can send whatever message we want. We're going to type in, see you soon, drive safely, have a nice day. Those are the default messages. We mentioned that earlier. We're going to type in, hope your eyes are on the road. We're typing that in, are on the road. All right, and now Gotti's going to receive that message. There we are. And that's been sent. All right, you can see that the green check means that it was sent. And we can also put one of the default messages, drive safely. There it is. All right, we're going to send it out. All right, we're going to go back to live view. And now take a look there, 39 miles an hour. The ETA, of course, we can refresh that if we want to do that. And we have the ETA there. All right, ETA is right in our face. You can see that. Now remember, we have the nearby notification. We have this up in your face so you can see it better. And we're down at 29 miles an hour. Remember, 9 minutes away, 4.2 miles. All right, we're going to put our device down for a moment there. And remember, you can refresh this as many times as you'd like to do that. And you can move the map around. We mentioned that earlier as well. And we have that ETA ready to go. All right, so we sent a couple of messages. We have the nearby notify set up. You can see that there. Driving on Silver Creek Valley Road near Darrow View Court, San Jose. So we're getting closer to the home. Remember, we have the nearby notification there. Set up to 5 minutes. We can bring down to 3 minutes. We're going to bring down to 3 minutes just to have it there. There we go. So you see there, it says OtoZen. We got the notification. 3 minutes from Gotti's home. We got that notification. We know that Gotti is almost home safely. We're going to send another message out. And we're going to use one of the default ones, see you soon. There it is. Let's get the light out of the way so you can see it better. There it is. And we're going to send that over there. See you soon. See you soon. We're actually sending a voice message right now. And there it is. You see that there? 3 minutes from Gotti's home. So we sent out the see you soon message and our own voice text. And we're going to go back. Guys, this is prime stuff here. Not only can you send out text messages yourself that will play through the speaker, but you can also send your own voice. If you had a very important message to give to your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your mother, your father, your loved one, well, they will hear your voice through the speaker of the device or the speaker of the vehicle. Now, there we are. We should be getting close to home now. And we can send out another message just to do it. All right, let's see. We'll go with running late. We'll put a question mark there. All right, and there we are. And we'll get out of there and go back to the main screen there. You can see there we're at 29 miles an hour, 31 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour. And here we go. We're just waiting on all of these. Okay. And let's see what happens. All right, 20 miles an hour. All right, so driving from or by court, driving on Eastbourne Drive. Now, what's really cool, guys, is that you're getting full updates here. I mean, it's like down to the wire. It's so precise. You're not just getting approximations here. I mean, you can see what's going on the map, but you can see where they are, what street they're on. And let's see what happens. We're at 0 miles an hour, so hopefully, Kari has arrived home safely. Okay? We can't refresh just yet, but we're assuming that, well, yeah, look at that target right there on the map. So we've reached that target, guys. That's what it looks like. This is very nice. We love the way this whole thing is set up. It's very clear to understand. If you're not a tech person, just one go around with the information, and you got a nice detailed tutorial here. A lot of thought was put into this app. Using this app will be easy peasy, as we say. Now look at that. All right. Let's take a look at the drives there. It says 3 minutes, but once this is refreshed and updated, we should get a driver score for Kari this time around. But I'm assuming that Kari's home. You can see that it's hovering right over there on the target. Now look, you see what happened there? All right, Kari's home. Completed a 6 mile, 10-minute drive. So we got that information right there. Let's take a look at the driver information. All right, you got some stats there. 2 speeding, no bueno, no good. 2 phone usage. That means that Kari picked up the phone twice. Top speed was 53 miles an hour. And you can see right there you have the time left and the time reached. So listen, if this were your child, your teenager will be behind the wheel, not your child. You can't argue with the stats. You can't argue with the evidence. This is what happened. You're getting, almost a play-by-play of what went down, so to speak. You have the map there, which is great. We're going to get out of there quickly and go to drives. Look at that driver score, 50 once again. So 250 is no good. This drive was 10 minutes. You see when Kari left the activity, when she was 3 minutes from home, and when she reached it. So you're getting a lot of information here on this app, guys. Once again, OtoZen, this is all about driver safety. You're getting up to the minute information. Hey, this is life in 2023, guys. All right, and now we're going to move on to driver mode. Sit back and watch. Okay, now I'm in my Uber. We are in driver mode, everyone, and you can see a split screen here because I'm doing the commentary after the fact. But on one side, you can see my Uber screen, and on the other side, you can see my device. It's shaking because I have it placed on the seat of the car, but you can see the car moving in the Uber side of the screen, or on the Uber side of the screen, and you can see my device on the other side. And I'm going to have some footage of me driving down the Cross Westchester Expressway here in New York. Now, I am purposely touching my device because when I do that, I'm going to get some buzzing in the form of a notification reminding me that I should not be touching my device. See? There it goes. And I'm condensing this portion of the video just so it doesn't take up too much screen time, but you can see that I am almost home. And here we go. And I made it home successfully. You can see the satellite view and you can see some stats about my drive. Alright, we hope you enjoyed this. We're going to move on to the outro of the video now. Okay, also under the family and friends section of the app, you can send your current location. You can request a check-in. Of course, sending your location is called a check-in. And you can also send live locations and ETAs to friends who are not a connection. You can send your live location and ETA for a single trip only. Right, so if you take a look here, we can check in. Sending our location to any of our contacts. You can also request a check-in from your contacts. They're calling up those contacts. You see Gary, William, Jenna, and Johanna. And you can just select them and then send the request. And it's going to let us know when they respond. And of course, you also have your nearby locations. It's going to show you on a map what's nearby you. Alright, we should end this off by saying that this app is feature-packed. My goodness. The main idea, of course, is that you can track your own driving and then track the driving of others. This app is worth its weight in gold. Now, we've reviewed apps that are similar in scope, but they don't have the core technology that this app has. It's very unique. One of them being, of course, that this is not just relying on geofence technology. The fact that you can get notifications when they are near, but not just by distance, but by the actual arrival time, sets this app apart. It factors in things like traffic and other things that are going on the road that may impact the time that the person will arrive. All right. So if you're working by the minute, if your schedule is really tight, then this app will really prove itself. And of course, just helping your loved ones, your teens, or anyone in your family or anyone that you know, be more mindful about their driving habits. And of course, the fact that this works in the background all the time without you having to touch your device, again, really sets it apart from all of the other apps that are out there at the moment. Some other things, we spoke about live location sharing. You have customized period settings. You can choose when to share your location with your family and friends. You can go invisible. You can stop sharing your location at any time. And of course, there's transparency. This is straight from the app listing. Know how your shared location is viewed by family and friends. Unlike other GPS location trackers, they're never there to share your data with advertisers, police, or insurance companies. That is straight from the listing. Guys, this, of course, is, once again, Family Driving Safety OtoZen. It's available for the Android and iOS platforms. Set your friends free the most safe and possible way. This is a nice way to make sure that everyone in your family is safe. And as we mentioned earlier, this app, and take a look here, it says checked in at home. We just got a notification from our friend there, Gotti, all right, in our overview of the app. Guys, there's so much information that this app has in it, so you can get that extra layer of a safety feeling, if you may. Once again, this is Family Driving Safety OtoZen. This is by Sensovian Incorporated. Let the app developer know how they're doing. Check this out. Send it to your friends and family. Use it. We don't see ourselves taking this over our device anytime soon. Even if you're not using this for driving and safety purposes, it is quite cool just to see the locations of loved ones, and of course just track your own driving habits. It's great. I can see this being used in so many different applications. The fact that it keeps track of your top speed and your average speed, to me, is also very, very useful. Guys, once again, Family Driving Safety OtoZen. This is the GiveMeApps YouTube channel. GiveMeApps is the world's #1 independent app store. Download apps for any platform. If you're a developer, we're the only app store on the planet that lets you keep 100% of your download profits. Once again, Family Driving Safety OtoZen. This is by Sensovium Incorporated. Let us know what you think about the app below. Make a response video. Let us know how this app works for you. We hope you enjoy this as much as we did. Till next time.